Recently, I made a video talking about Last Oasis and how they announced Season 6. If you guys are observant, you'll notice what game is pulled up in the background, and there's good reason for that. If you haven't been paying attention or aren't aware, they just announced that there will be a beta this summer, and they did a gameplay reveal during the Tiny Build Connect. Holy shit, that was a big-ass blast. Whoa. It's gonna be brutal. I've been lurking in the Discord server, scrounging around to see what devs are saying, and I have gotten a little bit of information. But first off, let's watch the trailers. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna oh my god, that's already a lot of info. This is like 3 seconds into the video. You can already see that there's a variance in trampler design. The difference in the walkers. This one's got a long front, this one's more round. This has 6 legs, this has 4 legs. Looks like there's like a zip line to the left over here that you can go up to get into your walker or trampler. Looks like you have like ranged weapons, artillery guns of some sort to fight against. Looks like there's a ladder back here as well. That's important to note, and I'll explain why I say what the devs mentioned. The gunplay looks really good. I love that design for the shotgun. It looks like you're given quests and go to like these point of interests to collect valuables, etc., do the PvE stuff. There's a lot of walker combat from the looks of it. They definitely want to drive home it's a very PvP rich game as well as PvE. Looks like is that like some sort of engineering? Yeah, something there was overheating. Yeah, overheating. And then low efficiency. So that must be like what you have to maintain in order to keep moving. Steam powered. Interesting. So I'm imagining you're gonna have to gather fuel, maybe? You're at least gonna have to maintain your engines, which is interesting. Some quick heals. I fucking love the design of that gun, dude. That looks so good. Okay, there's going to be some breaching, so C4 charges, that's good. You don't have to strictly use a trampler to break into someone's base. Might be able to ghost your way in and no one notice. Looks very promising. Looks like it's going to be gameplay between Sea of Thieves, Last Oasis, and Rust, which is fantastic. But what does that look like in action, right? Like what's it look like when you log into the game? And that's the big question everybody has. How's that going to work? Is it going to be exactly like Sea of Thieves? Or is it going to be more open world? Is it going to be more focused on like extraction sort of situation? Like one of the devs straight up said that it's going to be a mix of both. It's going to be right in the middle. Great. That does not clarify anything, and I still have no clue what that's going to look like. However, we can kind of theorize what it's going to look like based on everything else we've been given. There was another comment they made, and they said that tramplers are currently planned to be customizable, and players will get a default trampler, new players, or players that are low on funds. So I imagine you're able to extract the walker that you currently have and been using. Let's say you're able to like go get all your stuff, then log out. Hence kind of like a lobby system, but or like Sea of Thieves. But instead of like Sea of Thieves where you have to depot all of your loot, maybe you're able to just log out as is and keep your upgraded walker exactly what it was. Or maybe it'll be a mix of the two where you can lobby your upgraded walker and then you also have to depot all of your loot or deposit it in like cash form. That's my guess. That would be fantastic, because that gives a lot of balance and security for the wide variety of players that are going to be playing this, as we saw was completely necessary in Last Oasis, and for whatever reason Donkey Crew decided to get away with that security and comfort for the casuals. That worked out well, didn't it? So far, it's looking like this is going to be really promising. Now, the next question a lot of people would bring up, I saw in the Discord, is how many people can be on a single trampler? How many people can you have in a group? Well, you can have 5 people in a group, but that depends on the size of your trampler. Kind of like Sea of Thieves, where you have like 1 or 2 people go to the next size ship. You have, you know, you get the idea. Bigger ship, walker, trampler, more people. Basically the rule set. Looks like so far the group size is capped at 5. However, you can have alliances, just like in Sea of Thieves. You run into another trampler you don't want to have issues with, an alliance. And now, there isn't a very defined number as far as like how many alliances there can be. There's numbers being thrown around in the Discord by moderators, but I can't trust half of what the moderators say, because a lot of the stuff that they're saying as a theory or in hopes. So take whatever they say with a grain of salt. However, the rest of the information has been straight from a dev. As we saw in that trailer, there are point of interests. They also showed on their Twitter in several posts as far as like they also showed on their Twitter in several posts what the cities will look like, because there's going to be point of interests that are giant cities, and those look pretty interesting. I'm very curious what the point of interests are going to be like, how we make money. Ignore my bright whiteness right here. It's a little bright and it's catching the green wrong. I just noticed that not every single location is going to be PvP oriented. There will be, well, in theory, I shouldn't say PvP, I should say we won't be desperately clinging to survival aspects, is what the devs said. To me, that includes PvP, because PvP is survival in these games, but that may not be the case. I'd imagine so if they're nullifying the effects of everything else. Anyway, there will be cities and points of interests on the map that will be treated as such. So imagine like probably a bandit camp of some sort, like in Rust, like, or like the trade post in Last Oasis. It's probably gonna be a situation a lot like that. High valued areas are gonna be highly contested, yada yada yada. The world is semi-procedural, so I imagine that when you go to log in, or maybe like when they do, maybe they're gonna do like seasons, kind of like Sea of Thieves, where they kind of like jumbled up the map, but they have like tile sets that they shift around and change things up with. I'm guessing it's gonna be exactly like that. I'm just gonna say it's basically, I fully expect Sea of Thieves in the sand with more of a gameplay aspect oriented towards raiding other players. It's a lot more PvP oriented, which I am for. That's what I'm expecting, that's what I'm hoping, so don't quote me on that. I love the torture, I guess. Everything else as far as the game goes, it's about what you would expect. You know, upgrades for your walkers, not purely cosmetic. It actually has function to it. I'd imagine that's durability and resistance towards certain things. More health. That's essentially all we know. And as the devs leak out more information in the Discord, I will continue to post videos on it to keep everybody informed. I will have Discord links for both my Discord and their Discord down below. I will also be streaming, so if you guys ever want to hop in while I'm live, be sure to ask as many questions as you want. I'd love to discuss the game with you guys. I am super fucking excited for it. It's the only thing I'm looking forward to right now. And which is that's crazy, because the one of the biggest updates for Star Citizen just released. I care more about this for some reason. Anyway, so yeah, betas this summer. Go sign up on Steam, join their Discord, join my Discord. I will see you guys in the sand, hopefully in a month or two. Hopefully. Oh, I cannot wait. Cannot wait.